quite often in 2025, when you hear unpopular opinion, it's an opinion that many of us actually hold and feel, and we've expressed numerous times. So it can get old. It can also just feel like people aren't really understanding the message, the point of unpopular opinion. Mine may really be unpopular. That's nothing new, though. I feel like I tend to have unpopular opinions in this, at least since 2024. But yeah, my unpopular opinion in relation to the Adidas Adistar Virginia Jellyfish. It's got a long name. It's like 5 names for this one shoe. But for the Adidas Jellyfish, I would actually rank the black, gray, and white pair first, the orange pair second, and the green pair third. I know most will say the debut colorway that really kicked it all off and had all of the buzz and the hype is the orange pair. And I respect it. We were, this was shown at Fashion Week. That's always a great time for a brand to debut anything new. Okay, kind of like the fact that your girl is back with straight hair because it is silk press season. But it's a great time to debut something new, a new model, something refreshing, something that really set the timeline on fire. Now, it's polarizing, though. Some people hate it and some people love it. Some people can't get past the fact that the sneaker, I believe, is 6 inches wide in terms of like the base of the shoe itself. We're looking at the forefoot. So if you like wear a size 12 and above, you may not want to walk around in these, and I totally get it and respect it. But for a smaller foot like myself, we usually get away with those things pretty easily. And when I've seen them on foot, I think they look great, quite personally. That's just my personal opinion. I have loved the shoe since I've seen it. So I think that, again, black, gray, and white pair, it seems the most wearable, I think, to me on a consistent day-to-day basis. Not to say you can't rock an orange pair. A lot of you may rock your shattered backboard, right? If you're like me and also you love the WNBA, then it means that you could have a number of items that are orange, right? WNBA is orange. You can have a number of items in which this will easily be incorporated. Great accent pair. But we're talking, what I love to touch on here, cost per wear. A $300 sneaker. I would hope you're getting all your wear out of it, especially because it's comfortable. I am someone where I will shamelessly say comfort takes priority these days. And that doesn't mean I have to suffer and not have a great looking sneaker. I think that's kind of the narrative that's out there, is that people clown individuals liking New Balance or Asics or Saucony, Puma, Hoka, Brooks. It doesn't matter because, it doesn't look good. I don't care if it's comfortable, but it doesn't look good. Well, that's subjective. It doesn't look good to you. It can look good to a lot of us. And clearly it does by the reception of people choosing to wear these pairs on foot. Like, not everyone is concerned with your external validation or opinion. So for those who want to prioritize comfort, but then also have a pair that they think looks really good, they will buy what they actually want to wear and enjoy. And the comfort could take priority now. It certainly does for a lot of us that are over 30. Okay, I'm 35, turning 36 next month in November. So yeah, no shame there. So it's a comfortable pair, which means you can, I think, get a lot of wear, functionality out of it, be on your feet for a long time. So the cost per wear should go down versus, let's say, if you have a pair, you can have a retro. It's $200 and I don't know, $25, $30, $50. If you don't wear it as much, that cost per wear is going to be far higher for that particular retro or that sneaker. It's going to be far higher. And for me personally, I'm just looking to get the most out of my pairs. Now, there are some special ones that you don't necessarily wear like that, and that's okay, right? I still have the special Curry sneaker, right, where he broke the 3-point scoring record. So I haven't worn that yet. I don't have that special moment yet. I'm trying to decide what I want that to be. But like, that hasn't been worn, and that, I think that's okay, right? It's just a special pair. Thankfully, I was also gifted that pair, so it didn't come out of my pocket. That can change the cost per wear for things. It truly can. Listen, the cost per wear is relative based on if you've paid for it or if you haven't. That's also why it's a little more difficult in your closet, I think, to get rid of things if you haven't paid for them, because heaven forbid at one point you do want to wear them. Now you have to dish out your own money. That's a different story. It's a different ballgame. That's the struggle I'm in right now. Like, I've gotten rid of quite a few things, sold some things, on Poshmark. People are offering a little bit lower. I'm like, hey, here's a deal for you. Take it. I've given some things away. I did a whole giveaway for WNBA items. So I'm happy to liquidate because I've been blessed with things to come in. So cost per wear, the gray, white, and black pair makes the most sense to me. It's certainly, if you want to have that statement, I think that orange is going to be more wearable than the green pair. The green pair is really, if you just want to pop out. You want to have that loud, that bold effect within your outfit. but like how often are you going to want that bold effect? I think that's something you should take into account. Now, you don't have to. If you just want to have a super bright pair, then fine, by all means, do whatever is going to work for you, right? So do that. Now, just as a break, we are in a season where, well, I guess I'm just in a season of life where sports has always been very prominent, but now it's like I'm like adding more to the mix in terms of being a better fan, a more tuned in fan, a more dedicated fan, and I appreciate, you know, Fanatics for assisting me in that. So you guys remember, I had like the custom hockey jersey in my collection for the Riveters, but I added the Kraken jersey, and then I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to pay attention this NHL season. I'm actually going to tap in. Little did I know that after going to a game, I would absolutely be tapped in. Like, going to a game just changes things. I think it really does. And so then, you know, being connected with Fanatics and their generosity, I have this amazing locker. Yes, it has my name on it, which was sick in itself. So this will be staying. Just such an awesome package. And then, do you see this jersey? This glows in the dark. This has to be like top 3 jerseys for me now in my closet. Like, Kraken have outdone themselves. It's called the third jersey, so it's their alternate jersey. So of course you have home, you have away. I don't have the away, which is the white one. I have the home one, which is the blue one. Man, it's been a blessed October. Like, I have to say that's been a blessed October. And we're in October. We're not at the end of the year yet, which is why I'm someone that cautions myself in trying to put out like my thoughts on, you know, how do I rank sneakers for the year? And when it comes to sneakers, you know, I'll share, I guess, like what I finally decide to come up with in terms of a ranking. I'll do that maybe in a separate video, but I try to caution myself to not do it too fast. And I just say that because, again, the year isn't over, and because Complex Con is at near the end of the year, right? In October, you run the risk of maybe like not even thinking of a pair that will be revealed then, or it's revealed this week. So we have now seen the photos by Joe Freshgoods for his, you know, New Balance 2010. He does it again. Now, some people don't care for the things that he does, and that's perfectly fine. Again, sneakers and fashion is the most subjective thing outside of like you being attracted to someone. It's the most subjective thing ever. But I'm glad I waited. So he's got two different pairs that are going to drop. For me, I must say, and no one should be surprised by this, right? But when it comes to just the tones of the shoe, the sail pair, just the sail in the brown with that very aged midsole that so many people hate, I don't hate it. I like it. I really do. I don't hate it one bit. We have the textured fuzzy laces. Like, these are things that people just aren't doing and other brands aren't doing. You know, he's continuing to step outside the box, very much so. I personally think, like J-Tips tends to do, and I know, again, his shoes won't be for everyone, but I think you have to appreciate it. I think you have to appreciate the boldness to go their own direction. Because some people would say, I would never do that on a shoe. Great, but he's doing exactly what you're not daring to do on a shoe, and you're talking about it. So I think it's absolutely doing its job. So the Absorb 2010, I also think that's a very underrated model to drop in 2025. So kudos to New Balance again for having Joe hop on a new model and collaborate on that pair. He did that with the 9060, and we see how that popped off. And now he's doing that with the 2010. So I don't like the fact that this is here, because now it's like, do I change the thought process of like the last pair of what I want to get? The last pair is really just, I don't know, y'all. I don't. Like, I really thought that the Chicago 1 Low would be the one Jordan pair that I picked up this year. I really thought that. And now that I see it more and more, I don't think that's happening. I don't. I'm debating, do I go finally for something that I really appreciate Nike for doing and innovating in the Nike Pegasus Premium? I love what they're doing with the new Vomero. I just don't know if I would go, you know, if do I go that route? Even though, again, I love what they're doing. Like, understand, if we're talking my top 10 for 2025, it's going to be hated by a lot of people. I can already feel that. But I'm so torn now, because you have this, which is very different. You guys know I love some New Balance. It's taken from that 990 series, which it pulls at my heartstrings, because once I went in on New Balance, like, it was all in. It really was. I have zero regrets when it comes to that. So yeah, that last pair, It'll be a mystery for both of us, I guess, as we end out the year. And I will say this also because so often people will criticize, and I will respectfully criticize Jordan Brand or Nike, you know, for not innovating enough. But we now see that there's going to be a 4016, and I think, like, was it a 4023 possibly? That 4016 looks amazing. And then maybe it's going back. Now, this is finally going back to my nostalgia, because the 17 was the first pair I bought with my own money, but I still grew up in that time, right, with the 16, and my mom bought that for me. And I love the fact that you could rock this shoe two different ways, because you could have the shroud on or you could take the shroud off. And again, that takes me back. And so to see them truly have new innovation with the 40, but still pay respect to the 16, and they're not leaving us stuck in this 1 through 14, I applaud Jordan Brand. Now, I also criticize them because they got a whole award title wrong. Complete misprint in their book that they dropped this year. It would be crazy if you spent $2,300 on a book and like that MVP title for the WNBA. It's totally wrong for 2025, wouldn't it? It would. I'm not paying that. You can let me know if you're going to buy the regular book at $123 or you got it like that to pay $2,300 for the book. Nonetheless, please check out that video. I thank you so much for tuning in to just any and all videos. And right now, please just make sure you're taking care of yourself, right? I see some people saying they need to step back from sneakers. They need to step back from a lot of things, maybe even social media. Perfectly fine. Supports you in that. Always take care of yourself, your mental health, yourself as a whole. And as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.